2 years after a deadly flood destroyed Ellicott City's Main Street, another flash flood, this one potentially more powerful. Tonight, the evacuations. The state of emergency.
The damage looks a lot worse.
The state of disbelief that a river runs through it once again.
Now, ABC 7 News at 11, on your side.
Caught off guard once more. Tonight, we have this massive flood covered from all angles as Ellicott City deals with yet another devastating rainfall. Team coverage on the way. Meteorologist Bill Kelly and Brian Vandergraff tracking the impact now. First, though, Tom Rousey on the ground with the aftermath. Tom?
And Kimberly, folks in this town just stunned and upset tonight. The phrase we keep hearing is, "I can't believe this has happened again." You can see behind me, if we zoom in, just how powerful these floodwaters were. Thankfully, they've receded, but check that out. That is a vehicle that was picked up by the floodwaters and left on its side. Now, we were in the midst of the floodwaters, very close to them as this was going on. This is video we took early this evening when the floodwaters were just raging before rescue crews asked us to move to higher ground for our own safety. You know, statistically speaking, the flood that happened in 2016 here was supposed to happen once every 1,000 years. Well, now it has happened twice in less than 2 years. There was all kinds of rescues earlier today. As I mentioned, folks who live and work down here are just devastated. We talked to one business owner who rebuilt after 2016, said it took so much out of her and she just simply doesn't think she can do it again.
We went up to their third floor and they're built into a hill, and we trudged up the hill, falling down, getting our shoes sucked off. And made it to a house way on higher ground. And they took us in, people I didn't even know. But the damage looks a lot worse than the flood 2 years ago. A lot worse.
So it may be worse than even 2 years ago. We're just beginning to learn how bad the damage is tonight. If there's any good news in all this, it's that we heard from the Howard County executive about a little over an hour ago, and he said at least at this point they don't believe anyone died. There were a lot of people who were rescued, but they say at this point they don't know of anyone who died and they don't know of anyone who's missing. He did caution that could change as crews go through a town that is once again destroyed for the second time in less than 2 years on its main street. Reporting live in Ellicott City in Howard County, I'm Tom Rousey, ABC 7 News.
Just so hard to believe, Tom. Thank you. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan walking through the waterlogged streets this evening, only hours after the rain stopped. He began surveying the damage along with the Lieutenant Governor and Howard County Executive Alan Kittleman and other emergency management personnel. Here, Main Street had just recovered, was celebrating its reopening, only to be washed away yet again. Just 2.5 weeks ago, Governor Hogan announced more than $1 million in funding for a new stormwater drainage system in Ellicott City. Clearly, a much-needed overhaul.